Hi everyone. As part of my new drive to share the work that I'm doing, reading into scientific literature in music psychology and developing my practice as part of my PhD, I want to take a moment to share something I'm reading about currently, and that is the subject of audiation. So have you ever had a tune stuck in your head? Where you're able to hear parts or all of it without actually physically listening to it? Then you are audiating. This term was coined by a Dr. Edwin E. Gordon in the 1970s, and he authored much of the research around this topic. He said that audiation is to music as thinking is to language, meaning it's an integral part of the functioning musician. So what is audiation? It is the term used to describe internally hearing sounds that don't actually exist. It's often referred to as audio visualization, but this term can be misleading due to referring to the visual aspect which associates with images. So much how visualization is when we see things in our minds that aren't in reality, audiation is when we hear things that don't exist in reality. For example, if I asked you to audiate the sound of an elephant trumpeting, most people could do that, as we have heard the sound before and it's in our memory. Now what if I asked you to imagine an elephant trumpeting the national anthem? Could you do that? Now we're not only using our memory, but we're trying to audiate something that we might not have heard before, and this is a bit more difficult. Some people are naturally more able to do this than others, and studies show that children who are able to audiate well tend to be more natural musicians. One such study with children of 5 years old showed aptitude in this ability correlated with improved tonal aptitude, or the ability to recognise organised tones or music. But for those who find it difficult or who aren't natural at audiating, it is a skill which can be developed with practice, just like visualisation. So there are supposedly 5 stages of audiating, which go down to increasing levels of complexity in hearing music. These stages range from being able to hear patterns of notes, hearing familiar music, to hearing unheard combinations of instruments and music. So how can one develop this skill? Well, here are 3 things that you can do to develop this. 1. Listening to more varied music, essentially expanding your knowledge base of sounds, your musical vocabulary. This will mean that you are able to create more connections and relationships to musical content and timbres or types of sounds. Number 2, you can practice it. Like any skill, you can practice this. Spending directed and intended effort on the skill. Like meditators practice visualizations, you can sit and practice audiating. Number 3, compose more. The act of composing is flexing your muscle in this sense, sharing ideas, creating ideas that come from your ear and not from your hands. So, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm currently writing a short article on this subject from my own practice and other studies that I've been reading, and this will be shared only in the free Facebook group, the Practice Mastermind group, and for those who are signed up to my email. If you're not on either of those, please let me know if you're interested in joining. I'll happily invite you. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you in the practice room.